My name is Eduardo Corral. I am the marketing manager of EgeOn Technology, a recent startup created a bit more than 1 year ago, but is composed by a group of experienced engineers that have a good background in technology of security, especially in military activities. We are involved in really important projects like the hard disk mounted over the military version of Airbus and other kind of products similar. What we do was we are designing a embedded system, obviously for Internet of Things now because it's the trend. And basically, we have in all of the design the same premises: reliability, usability, simplicity, and overall security. All of products include security. Our concern is we are currently seeing in television, in radio, and in press that IoT is not a security have no security at the moment. If you remember, 3 weeks ago, more or less, the greatest denegation of service attack suffered by the most important sites on internet was carried out for Internet of Things devices. No one of these devices have security, but it's a great lackness. Well, the growing of the Internet of Things is unstoppable. The provisions are huge for next years, and it seems that no one of the manufacturers or the users are really concerned about the security. This is weakness of all devices is the same, lack of security. There are different solutions in the market. Most of them are based on software layers over the firmware or the operating system used by the designers, but these solutions are constantly forgetting about the identification of both ends of the communication. This is a real weakness, a real problem. Well, our solution is, we call it Secure IoT. Is we are looking for a more secure system, and is hardware security. It's not based on software over the firmware of designer. It's a chip able to provide the security for your system from all angles. It means your hardware is secured. Only you need to add our chip to your embedded system, and it became a secure system. Secure from all angles. We are talking about the highest security level. Okay. Just by adding our chip to your embedded system, it becomes a secure system. And it becomes probably the higher degree of security you can find in civil applications, because it matches with FIPS level 3. It means the previous stage to military security. Okay? The base of this system is before accepting any command or any communication from external devices, it must be identified and authorized both ends. If it's the previous condition to start any communication or to start any exchange of information, not only encrypting, but the most important thing is to identify both ends. What you can do with it? Obviously, by adding this chip to your design, you get a secure device on the internet that cannot be hacked for anyone, probably anyone. And well, the chip provides all the functionalities and security system you need. You don't need to add anything more in your hardware. It takes care of the generation of the keys through random number generators based on a white noise generator. It means approximately 30% more secure than software-generated key. And well, you have all the functionalities in one chip. You don't need to program anything on your system. And well, an important key is chip is protected from brute force attacks. It means when you try it three times, I think, Carlos? 3 times, it stops the communication, and then you must wait for some time to start again. Well, they have a lot of specification and functionalities in the chip. There's perhaps most important things is, apart from the through random number generators, is the keys never goes out the chip. Are generated and stored on chip. It means are not easily detected. It's impossible to detect this case in the external communication. To include the chip in your system, we will provide some APIs that you can easily add some lines, few lines of code in your firmware, and only secure it. FIPS certification will be achieved with time, because you know the price of this certification. We need a bit more time to do that. Our chip is intended for embedded designers and companies who are designing the system for connected to the internet. And the idea is to do not spend time and money and generate your own solution. This solution is in hand. You can have your system secure in 48 hours, more or less, I think is the time. And you don't need to spend engineering time or resources in develop your own security system. It means also your processor is not overloaded with the functions of encryption or decryption. Well, the time to market is reduced for this reason, and you are adding a great added value to your final product for a minimum hardware cost. Well, the chip takes care of all the security buses and data storage, external communications, internal communications, all you want. Because the chip is intended only for designers, and it's not easy to implement by do-it-yourself people or small integrators that are using the most popular platforms for develop his own system. We create that module in order to provide all they need to secure a system with using Raspberry Pi, a Nucleo, or Arduino, the board you want to. But at the moment, this is only a prototype for Raspberry Pi, but in the future, in not too much long, we will develop some adapters for Raspberry, Arduino, BeagleBone, or Nucleo. Okay. Why our solution is better than other solutions? Well, as I said previously, you only need to put our chip or our model in your system, and it is become in a high security model. Okay. Well, the advantage over the current system is our focus is in the identification of both devices. Both devices, or all the devices in the system, not only 2 devices can be secured. The identification is important because you can have a group of different boards or working together, and all of them are identified each other previously to any communication. We enhance the security access of the device and promote the identification. And basically, our competitors or the solutions in the market only are encrypting and decrypting data. They don't take care of certificates or any other way of to know who is the sender of the information. It's a cheap and easy to implement solution. This is a great advantage. No previous knowledge on the hardware dedicated to the security or cryptography is required, because you simply send the order by an API instruction and it's encrypted and secured. And the identification between devices is with no human intervention. So, between devices only. Well, no previous experience in security is required. Only you, well, I said previously, only need to add the chip or the module over the system. Where do we apply the security IoT chip? Well, basically in every system who needs security. We are manufacturing a system for third parties, and when security is required, simply we add the chip and become security systems. Security is part of the DNA, and therefore we are incorporating in all our IoT products line. Well, it means our tracking system or for people or vehicles and assistant color buttons, data loggers, both IP system, well, and all our portfolio of our products are secured with this technology. Well, thank you for your time. I hope you find interesting the system.
Thank you, Eduardo. I have a question. First of all, if I understand it correctly, it's data in and then encrypted data out.
Yeah.
So then why does this chip have so many pins?
Yeah. It's a very interesting question. But unfortunately, I cannot tell you more detailed information for two reasons. The first one is because my labor is marketing and not technician. But we are using basically SPI buses and I think 2 or 3 pins more in the connector. The rest of the pin out of the chip is used to connect noise generation or other possibilities you can connect over there. You can connect an SD card or what you want.
Okay, so there's more inside than just the encryption engine.
Yeah.
Is there also
you can manage every bus from the...
But there is no application processor inside? Yeah. There is an application processor inside?
We are doing it in our own products.
And then what would be the difference compared to microcontrollers that you can buy today with an encryption engine inside?
Well, the main difference is Carlos is the...
Thank you. There is a big difference because in the actual products you only have ciphering functions, only cipher with AES or something like that. In our chip, we include all the functions needed to automatically identify the chip or the module in this case. Okay, so you have another functionality.
It's much more advanced.
Sure.
Okay. Are there any other questions from the audience? Patrick, you always have a good one.
Is this the form it comes to the customer?
This is a prototype only for Raspberry Pi.
Okay, this is especially for Raspberry Pi.
It's a special format for Raspberry Pi.
Only the connectors for Raspberry.
For Raspberry.
Okay, thank you.